this thing rolling. The Red Raiders will kick it away to start us off. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The give to the back. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
What a nice job by the defense stringing that out and forcing him out of bounds. He got nothing. The Red Raider crowd rising to the occasion to help its defense on third down. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. The Vols will send out the punt unit. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. The inside handoff.
And you want to run the football. I mean, that's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. Quickly to the tight end. Crosses the 45, out of bounds at the 47-yard line, and a solid play there. Just shy of midfield at the 47. The defense needs a third down stop. Here's the pressure. Catch inside the 45. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Red Raider.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. These running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy showed you right there, a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
One of the things I like about this defense is their DBs are not afraid to put their face in the fan and go tackle. And you saw it that time with the cornerback making a great play, tackling the quarterback on the option for a big loss.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Off play action. Under fire. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
And after that last sack, man, you could just see it. They are feeling themselves. After pitching a shutout last week, after dominating early in this game, it just seems like they're playing with a different aggression and a different level of intensity than what their opponent is. They have been so dominant.
And pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. And the Volunteers will bring the punt team onto the field. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. He's looking to throw. Pocket breaking down. It's complete on the right side. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. 4 receivers set, 2 on each side on 2nd and 8. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the left. Makes the grab and knocked down, and he's got it at the 25-yard line. Passing game kept the drive moving. Here's first down. Motion from the wide receiver. Wants to go up top on first down. Makes the grab. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catcher run on that one. Just like that, a hat trick of completions, and they're on the doorstep.
3 plays, 3 beautifully executed plays. This offense is in a really good rhythm. This defense better change something quickly because this has been way too easy.
And he gets it back to the 4-yard line. No farther than that. No gain on the play. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Making side adjustments here. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Looking to fire. That's a go to the end zone. Touchdown, Red Raider. They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession. The kick is up and good, and put 1 more on the lead. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from midway in the end zone. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. So here is the Tennessee offense. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time. Offensively, the defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Yeah, you can tell the timing wasn't great. The quarterback and receiver not on the same page, but when you're going to miss, don't miss towards the DB. Definitely want to miss out towards the sideline so you don't get yourself in trouble.
Tackle is made at the 25-yard line, and that'll bring up a 4th down.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Fields the punt and tries to work it the other way. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stops. Good field position here as they start this drive from their 43. Off the play fake on first down. The throw. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up.
How about the big fella? I know this is not in his job description to pick off passes, but the eye-hand coordination, able to get his big paws up there, stabs it out of Aaron. It was like he was almost surprised he had the football. Just start rumbling and stumbling once he had possession.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Looking to throw, it's Croman Hope. This time it's complete.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down.
Turning it on. He's got it inside the 10. Mark him out of bounds at the 9-yard line. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. The Volunteers have it with a 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Starting to feel a little pressure. Fires to the wideout. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. His drive will open from the 15. Leaves it with the running back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And it's a great play by the defensive end. The most athletic players on the field play defensive end. Yes, you heard me, Jess, Reese. Exactly what I said. Great get off. Great job getting the backfield, making the play.
And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. That's the end of the period, and it's Texas Tech holding the lead. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws for the tight end. Beautifully thrown ball, terrific catch, and they'll have the first down.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Shoved out of bounds after a big game. They'll mark it at the plus 42. And the Red Raiders have their offense in high gear. Looking to throw on first down. Got his man downfield. Got it out of bounds at the 22. A good play for this offense as they are threatening to score.
It is so good for an offense early in the game to get in a rhythm and to start stringing first downs together. It makes the game really easy and puts that defense in a situation where they're starting to get tired. They want to sub. They want to get other guys on the field. Stringing first downs together like this makes it hard to defend.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
Great job by the quarterback there. He saw the safety bite on the run fake. So as the safety comes running downhill, he now knows he has the slant throw to his receiver on the outside.
He just throws it away, and I think the flag's going to be coming in. There it is. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on fourth down. And he'll need to curl this one in from 44 yards out on the right hash. Oh, that one will leave a mark. No good. And the margin is still 7 after the miss, guys. He couldn't connect on that 44-yard field goal attempt, so now the offense will take over at its own 27. And he was greeted by a host of defenders and barely gets it back to the line of scrimmage.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Scanning the field, it's Coleman Hope. Finds the tight end. Breaks into the open. Busts through behind his pad. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, it's exactly right. Find the guy who's open because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
They're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
And the Vols now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Here's a heat. And he's forced out of bounds after a huge loss on the play. What a bonehead
quarterbacks, man, to understand, like, to stay on schedule. And we can't take those big losses, right? So once I start to scramble around and I'm trying to buy time or I'm trying to make a big play, like give it up, get north-south, throw the football away. You can't just turn, run out of bounds, and take that big loss.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. The Vols will call on their punt team. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Makes the catch at the 30. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. They built up some time of possession with that last drive, but couldn't turn it into points with the missed field goal. We'll see if they can put something on the board this time. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. Sends it back in motion. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Caught in the backfield. It's Wilson. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handles. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that.
Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
A solid pickup there, works it to the 38 before being pushed out of bounds. Guns up, and so is the noise. The crowd electric, trying to help Tech on this third down. Still looking on the move. Throws to the tight end. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down. And the Volunteers will punt this one away. Wants to return it. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 31-yard line. From the shotgun, the inside kick. There he goes. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down. The Red Raiders moving quickly to the line. Right back to the well. At the 45, on his way. Racing down the right side. Touchdown, Red Raiders. He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
And he's not going to take the touchback. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. He leaves it with his back. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Tackled at the 28. It's a pickup of 5. They'll rush to the line. Clock stopped for the first down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock. Oh, they're after him. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose.
That ball carrier is very lucky. That easily could have ended up in the hands of the defense. You have got to do a better job of ball security.
The Volunteers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a going to have to throw for it. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. And the Vols send out the punt unit. He'll take it on the return. He only needs a sliver of daylight. They finally make the stop, but that one will make those halftime stats look a little nicer as we head to the break. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. He'll put total leather and get this second half started. Looks like he's going to bring it out. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. They have the lead to start the third quarter, but I'd imagine ball security was a topic at halftime.
Yeah, and I think you take the lead and you try to stay optimistic with your team, but you also say, guys, if we had taken care of the football, this lead would be even bigger. We might have already knocked them out already, Palmer.
It's just about eliminating the mistakes at this point. You're right. This thing would be over if they hadn't shot themselves in the foot. So ball security, that is at a premium as this game goes on.
Throws to the wideout. Complete to the right. Turns it on in midfield. Lots of room to run. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
Love the individual effort by the wide receiver after the catch, making people miss, showing you the speed. Now he set up his offense down in the red zone.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Red Raider. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5? And they knock through the extra point, and they're up 28-7.
And this offense is clicking. Another touchdown. Didn't have to go far for this drive, but this offense is doing what they want, how they want, when they want.
Out of the end zone. Stopped at the 26, brought it out of the end zone, picked up an extra yard. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. They're looking at a 21-point hole. There's still time to do. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down.
This is a top 25 defense, guys. One of the best units in the entire country. They're so good situationally, and they understand the importance of getting leads early, making the offense predictable, having to throw in these types of situations so they can adjust accordingly. And that's what they're doing right now. Their coverage is being dictated by the scoreboard. They're going to make it really, really hard on this quarterback here in the second half to throw any completions.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
It was so important this offense was able to find a way to get in a rhythm, and the running game is now helping that. 2 straight punts on their previous 2 drives. This drive, though, they're having a little bit more success. Big reason why is this running back. He's been able to find some creases to run through, and it's really helping out this offense.
Snagged in the middle, it's Morris. All the way down to the 25-yard line, they move the sticks, it's first down. The Vols come to the line in the hurry-up. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Now improvising. Nothing open downfield, so he'll just toss it away.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
For some of that lost ground on second down. They'll try the run. Hard running there. Tough run gets it into the red zone, and they knock him down at the 17. And the Volunteers are at the line trying to move the sticks on third and short. Back to pass, it's Croman Hope. Good timing on the quick out. And he's ruled down right there, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks. The Volunteers will snap it on 1st and 10. Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Volunteer! Oh, the offense shows some life here and cuts into the lead with that score.
And, man, they needed it. They had to have something to go right. Listen, still down, and this is a great start to getting back in this ballgame.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. This lead that they've been working with has dwindled to 2 possessions, and now they'll try to find a little breathing room on this drive. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D-linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
And the Red Raiders come to the line needing just inches for the first down. They'll go with a direct snap. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37.
And that's a great sign for this offense because this year, we know there's been a little bit of inconsistency, and I think the biggest problem has been third down. Right there, nice job executing, running the ball, picking up the first, and keeping this drive alive.
Just a short pass to the tight end. And he is marked out of bounds after another big gain. This aerial attack has had no problem moving the ball with chunk plays.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal.
Fires deep toward the end zone. Almost intercepted. They took a shot on first down and just about turned the thing over.
And you just got to wonder if the pass rush affected the QB's accuracy on that throw. He had his guy wide open in the end zone, but he had to throw it a split second faster than he wanted to, and the ball got away from him.
Quickly out to the tight end. Oh, he's got some space. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it first and goal. The Red Raiders heading quickly to the line. Quick pass on the fly motion. He's trying to get it in. And they will score. Touchdown, Red Raider.
And it's now the second time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And they split the uprights on the extra point. They're up 35-14. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Big one this week in the SEC. Heck, they're all big ones in that conference. Texas A&M is currently ahead in this one, but they're not exactly making this easy for the 12th man. This is a tight one in College Station. They're up by 4 over FIU. It's an outcome that, if it holds, will have SEC fans buzzing all week, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Looking to throw, it's Croman Hope. Grab behind the line. It's Morris. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Finds his big tight end. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. Up tempo for the offense.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man, or...
Turning it on! And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few. And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. They're working that left side. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Gonna run it. It's Baker. Pass to sticks him still on his feet. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. And he didn't find a whole lot of running room, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd quarter. If you like old school running games, this has been the game for you and a couple of guys who starred through the first 3 periods. Now just about ready to snap it to start the 4th. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Rides the back on the option, the give. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Let's see if this offense can answer the bell. Their coaches challenged them all week long. When they got down to the red zone, you've got to be able to run the football because we're going up against a top 10 rushing defense. Let's see if they can step up here and get it done.
And this passing attack has not been great today. It hasn't found a way to manufacture those big plays and to scare this defense. And now, in passing situations, trailing, this is a tough spot for this offense.
On 4th down, trying to find his man. Takes a hit as he releases it and just spiked him right into the ground.
Listen, with the aggressiveness of offenses and taking chances, a lot of times it's going to put your defense in a hole. And this defense is going to have to come through in the clutch right here because you're trailing. They can't get more scores. They got to get a stop on this possession, and the offense is going to have to do better than they just did.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Got his man. No chance to run, but still a good game. And the Red Raiders with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Wants to go up top. Fires to the right. He's got an open man. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on 1st down. The give to the tailback. And a 9-yard gain on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and short.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
The Red Raiders with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Caught close to the marker, it's Jackson. And it's a catch, but he's got enough for the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Hand off from the shotgun. You'll take 4 yards on 1st down every time, 2nd and 6.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got
Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
Man, getting to this quarterback is pivotal. You saw it last drive, way too much time. They score a touchdown. Nice job on second down. Anticipating the pass, playing the pass, getting the sack, and now forcing a difficult third down.
And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. And the Red Raiders will line up to punt it away. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On first down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
To the air, it's Croman Hope. Moves around to clear up the vision. And he will wisely throw it to the kid playing the tuba.
At this point of the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
Going downfield for the big play. He's got it on the outside. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made.
Let's go. We got some life. We made a big play, something to build off of. We need a lot of points, and we need them quickly. Time's running out. We're trailing big in this ball game.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
Fires to the big fella. How about this backer in pass coverage and bringing the big hit stick with him, too? They just keep firing. Looking to the big tight end. Working the middle. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, and they've got it first and goal. And the Vols want to pick up the tempo. Early movement on the offense, and they'll push it back 5 yards. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost, trying to defend their own end zone. To the air on first down. Trying to barrel in.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On first and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
Powers forward. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. And they'll come to the line trying to take a slice out of this lead on third and goal. Looking to the end zone. Touchdown Vols! Quick strike through the air for the score.
The one thing you know about this offense, they're going to keep fighting, right? They're down on the scoreboard right now, but they're trying everything they can. Nice job there, finding a way to score that touchdown. And listen, we've seen crazier things happen before in college football. This thing ain't over until there's zeros on the clock.
They are running out of time here. They need to get the ball back. They'll line up for the onside kick. They're on it, and they get it back for another drive.
And there's still life in this team. Obviously, they're down here in the fourth quarter, but they're able to execute the onside kick. They retain possession, and now let's see what happens.
Looking downfield, it's Croman Hope. Bringing the heat. Blasted as he lets it go.
And the defense is smelling blood in the water at this juncture. They know the offense is going to throw it, and that's why you see these deep linemen and linebackers, man, they are pinning their ears back, getting after the quarterback, and that hit that time helped force the incompletion.
He wants a big play here late. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
And this defense knows exactly the spot they're in, man. They are up. They've got their more defensive backs on the field. They're dropping back. You can tell they are taking away the deep ball. Nice job understanding situation, understanding clock, and what the offense is trying to do.
The throw to the outside is complete. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. And they are stopped on 4th down. That decision will be questioned. They'll move the wide receiver. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Pressure coming. Just tried to ease it out there, and it falls incomplete.
And I like the job by this defense. Seeing the play action, reading it, reacting to run, and then you got to convert to a pass rush. They do a really good job of it. Get to the quarterback and hit him as he's throwing the football.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. Breaks into the open. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a 1st down.
Yeah, it's make or break time for this defense now. They got to get a stop, and if that's bringing more bodies in, bringing more beef in, they're running the football right up the gut, right at you. They're not going to throw the football in this situation. Time to be more physical and get this big stop.
Wide receiver going in motion. Wants to throw on 1st down. Didn't put much on that one, and it's incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
On the ground with the counter. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Release to the back. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down.
We know about this running back's versatility, and he's made some plays in this game so far, catching the ball. That time, though, he had no shot. Defender bearing down on him. They're able to get the hit and make sure it falls incomplete.
He got it. And they'll push that one down a little further. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. South Alabama went scorched earth in a double-digit win that might have been worse had they not sat the starters there in that 4th quarter. Total destruction by the Jaguars. One game, I know, fellas, but this could be one to circle when we consider the big picture there in the Sun Belt.
How about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. Gets it out fast. Still on his feet at the 45. There he goes. He's at the 10. Give him 6 and give them a chance with the late touchdown still alive in this one.
Step 1 by this offense complete. Really nice job. They had to get the touchdown. Now we got to go for the 2-point conversion. Cut this thing to 8 so we got a chance to tie the game late with some late game heroics.
Back to pass, it's Croman Hope. He makes the grab. The 2-point try is good, and it's a 1-possession game late. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinators. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football.
And this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time. When you know it's coming and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Ordinarily on 2nd and 10, you might look past, but here you just want to keep that clock moving. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The Red Raiders are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. You want to talk about building confidence, coming through with clutch plays, making the winning plays at the right time can really set the course for the rest of the season.
Yeah, Reese, maturity and experience matters. And this team has guys that have played a lot of snaps. They've seen a lot of looks, and they've lost close games like this in the past. That wasn't the case today, David. Too many guys out there making big-time plays.
And I think belief is what you build. That